Hello, I'm Landon Self. I'm with the Oliver Creek Recovery Coalition, focusing on mental and emotional health so that we can have spiritual health. And I have our Oliver Creek member Jane Vaden here with me. We're wanting to talk a little bit about HopeWorks and the opportunity they have as a faith encourager. So that's something that Jane and that many other members from Oliver Creek have done for a number of years. It shifted some when the pandemic happened, and yet they're really getting it ramped back up. So wanted to make sure that all of our new members and former members are aware of what a faith encourager is and that it exists for us to engage in if you're able to. And so a faith encourager is someone who is there for a person that's going through HopeWorks program. And HopeWorks has a facility where people will go to get education or skills training so that they can get a job and function in society. They have some case management services to assist with that. But then they also have a program where they're working with people in jail. So as they're getting ready to come out of jail, they'll have more education, more skills. And the faith encourager can serve either population, whether it's someone who is at HopeWorks facility or someone who's coming out of jail. And then they also have a mentoring program where you would work with the person as they come out of jail and really try to be there to support them, to encourage them. And so we just want to talk a little bit about what that's going to look like. And so, Jane, you've been a faith encourager for a number of years. Can you tell a little bit about what that looks like as a faith encourager?
We go, I have done it at both the HopeWorks facilities and also is inside the prison with the inmates inside the prison. In both cases, we go to the prison or to the facility. We have lunch with the person, the student, and we just talk. We listen is the main thing. We listen, they talk, we listen, and then we encourage. We are there to listen, to encourage, and to let them know that anyone can start over, that they can start over. We help them to realize why they are where they are and what they can do to change that. They have the answers within themselves.
Yeah.
They themselves know how to change it.
And so you don't have to have a solution, you don't have to have any advice. You're able just to show up, to be a caring person, and that often will guide them in the right direction.
Correct. Correct. They just need to know that there's someone in their life that cares because so many of them have not had that
Yeah.
in their life.
Okay.
And they need someone to love them and to show them the love of Christ.
Yeah. And so then, as far as showing them the love of Christ, are you there to evangelize to them?
Definitely not. You are there to, if they ask questions, gently guide them. You're mainly there as a spiritual advisor to help them understand if what their spiritual situation is, even if they have a spiritual side
Yeah.
to their life.
Because maybe they believe, maybe they don't. And so, really, you're just getting to show up as a believer in Jesus, to be caring, to have concern for them, to hope for the best for them. And when we show up in that way, it can encourage them and let them seek God. But it's not necessarily your job to get them to.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
And so there's a big part of trusting God with the process. Let Him use you by being a support, but trust that He will be working on their hearts and in their life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So very good. And so you get to show up to be an encourager. That's why it's titled what it is, a faith encourager. And at this point, you've had many people that you've been a faith encourager for.
I have had 8 students. Well, I guess 10 because that's counting some of the ones that I've had outside the jail.
Yeah.
I have had 2 baptisms. which did my heart a lot, really thrilled my heart. And then I've had some who went right back into the same situation that they came out of.
Yeah.
I had one who went back into the drug situation and overdosed,
Yeah.
which is very sad. But during all of this, throughout it all, you have to take the good with the bad and realize not take it personally.
Yeah.
You give your little bit that you can give to them, and then they take it and do what they will
Yeah.
with it.
And so let God use you, and then He will work through you with them, and then hopefully they'll take it, be baptized, and commit to Christ. And sometimes they won't, but it's not personal to you.
No, it's not personal.
Yeah.
I hurt when they hurt, and
Yeah.
I grieve when they do not are not successful. But I
Yeah.
don't take that personally because I've done my part.
Right.
Let go and let
Exactly.
God, and
Yes.
so that's
Yeah. Yeah. And I think when we do this kind of work, it is such a big piece to trust in God and to say, here I am, use my time, some of my energy. I'm here for you to make use of it in this way. And then trust Him with the process. Grieve when you need to grieve and celebrate when you get to celebrate. And that's very good. And so there's going to be some trainings coming up on July the 11th. We're going to have some information about how to do that. There is a director, Matt Carter, who is now leading that. I think this is a new role for him.
yes.
So we're going to have his email available as well as his phone number. We'll have this in the post and also plan to have it on the screen so that you will be able to reach out to him. They are having trainings on July the 11th in the morning and in the afternoon time. You are required to go to the training to be able to do this. So if you have the time in your schedule and ability, please pray on it. And hopefully we'll see continued growth. All right. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you.
God bless.